Hey everyone, and welcome to Ink Spotlights from Comix Wellspring. This is the series where we shine the spotlight on immensely talented creators who print with us. Today, we're joined by the extraordinary, amazing Dan Price. We're going to talk about his new book, some of his journey, and a little bit more. Dan, welcome to the show. It's always great and awesome to talk to you.
Thank you so much for having me tonight, man. Or today, whatever it is. I mean, it's
Yeah,
9 a.m., right? So,
yeah,
you know,
it's a good morning call.
anyway, man, great to see you, Brandon. Always a pleasure to talk to you for sure and hang out and all that.
Of course, it's super rad to say we haven't seen each other since Baltimore, and there's
Right.
new stuff coming out for you. What do you have to share with us? What do you have to announce?
Sure. We've got the Bigfoot Knows Karate Chapter 3 releasing in March on Kickstarter. And really excited about this book. 40 pages of content for the story this go around, and really stoked about it. So Casey Allen, my co-writer, and I are really thrown everything in the kitchen sink into this book, and it answers a lot of questions that have been being asked in the first couple of issues. So it'll be a lot of fun for the readers who have been reading already. This is a good, you're going to get a lot of your answers, and we're going to have issues 1 and 2 available in the Kickstarter as well for new people who want to jump in. Digital and physical copies available. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. And we're doing our usual thing. We're doing a regular edition, we're doing deluxe editions, and we're doing foil for the book. And so the deluxe editions, because of the page count of those, I mean, we're talking 40 pages of content for the regular edition. And then we're looking at 48 to 52 pages for the deluxe edition when you take into account all the artwork that's going to go in the back of the book, as well as our director's commentary that we do for each issue. So, and this issue, we're going to have the odd contenders are jumping in and doing the artwork in the back of the book. So all the pinup artwork or whatever you want to call it, the fan art or whatever, odd contenders are good friends to the Bigfoot Knows Karate team, and so we are stoked to have them on board this go around doing the deluxe edition art gallery.
Oh man, that's so exciting. I feel like Bigfoot Knows Karate has just grown and grown and grown since we first met. How does it feel to be adding another chapter to this? And what can we expect after this? Do you already have things plotting in your head as well?
For stories after
Mhm.
Bigfoot,
Or just
oh
after this
yeah.
issue?
Oh, after this issue, then another one. I mean, then it's another one. I got 5 issues of Bigfoot Knows Karate that I got to get out. That is the most important thing to me. And then but expect another side story like we did with Hinagon. That will be coming up somewhere between maybe after 3, maybe after 4. But we're going to do at least one more of those. Hinagon was such a success, and people really reacted well to it, especially at conventions. It's been a lot of fun doing that side story with Casey taking the lead on the storyline, and I'm just helping him out, and he gets to do his thing and go crazy, have fun without me standing over him so much, going, no, we have to do this, we have to do that for the main storyline. You know what I mean? So it's a cool thing because I love co-writing with Casey, and it gives him some time to spread his wings and fly, so to speak, and then we get to have work with another artist, which is always a lot of fun because I love seeing artist interpretations of Benny of the Bigfoot because everybody brings something different to the table, which is exciting to me. I when people say, "Hey, I want to draw your character," rock on, do it. Well, is there anything I need to know? Yeah, have fun because make it your own. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I love seeing artist styles come together with the character, and it's just so different one after the other. And we've been blessed with so much fan art that it's like, you know, um, yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. I mean, I love working on this project, but then I have a project I'm working on. I'm writing right now that we'll see what happens with it. So
Ooh,
yeah.
that's going to be interesting because I feel like Bigfoot's been your primary focus the last couple years, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. I mean, I did a crossover with Drew Edwards' Halloween Man with my character Latex Avenger about a year or two ago, but Bigfoot's been the primary focus. I screwed up my arm recently, so drawing's been a real pain in the butt, and so yeah, so I sat down and started writing, and I've got a Casey and even my wife has jumped in and thrown out amazing ideas and stuff like that. So it's a really cool concept that I can't get into it too much. Just it's more noirish. Really cool, really cool. So I'm
Too
excited for it.
cool. And you were
Yeah.
mentioning some of this like fan art and pinups and everything. Are there any that
Sure.
really stand out to you that you want to mention as well,
Um,
or that
man,
you're
there have
able
been so
to?
many. Yeah. For the here's the fun story. So Adam Caswell, who does the covers for our deluxe editions as well as did the interiors on Hennigan, uh, who he came to us as a fan artist,
Oh,
and the artwork that he provided is whoops, I just knocked
beautiful.
over water bottle. Hold on. At least it's got a lid on it. Uh, it's this piece right here.
Hmm.
And this
Beautiful.
was a piece of fan art, and he mailed it to my home, and he said, "I really want to be a part of the book in some way." And I said, "Well, this is an amazing thing. It's an amazing, uh, piece." So I said to him, "Sure, I'm going to pay you for it. We're going to throw it on a cover." And that was our deluxe edition #1 cover. So just a note, guys, do fan art for people. It might result in getting some work, and so yeah. And on issue 2, Luis Thomas, he did fan art for me, and he ended up doing the foil cover for issue 2, and he's got the foil cover for issue 3. So I mean, there's something to be said for that. Oh yeah, Luis's artwork is that one right at the top. Hold on.
Ooh,
Yeah, no, that one right
that
there.
one, nice,
So,
sick.
amazing things have happened to me and, with the comic. And I'm just so excited to share that and have other people join in and get some work. And, I mean, we always pay everybody who does, work for us. I mean, fan art, we can't do that. Sorry, guys. But we appreciate it. Oh my
But it
God,
can
so
lead to
much.
things.
But it can lead to things, and so and that's really important that our cover artists always get taken care of and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, I'm not a spiritual person at all, but like I said before, we've been really blessed with this. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's pretty exciting.
It's an extraordinary series, and you always have like the craziest, coolest villains and your own spin on them as well. From issue
Sure.
one, starting with Cthulhu, what can we
Right.
expect for this new issue? Can you reveal that?
Sure. You're going to see some characters. Yeah. So, well, we did Kung Fu Thulu in issue 1. Uh, issue 2, we introduced Asterion the Minotaur. We also introduced Eskrid the Mothman, who's a seer. He's blind though, so it's funny how that works. And there's also we introduced Diego, or otherwise known as Chupacabra with a shotgun. And you're going to see some of those characters come back in issue 3. There's going to be some new characters in there. A lot of repeated characters from the first issue or from the second issue because we're in the middle of a storyline, right? And
Mm.
so we're going to see some of those, but we're also going to see the book subtitled "Hellhound on My Trail," and so you can imagine what creature is going to come out of that. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and the subtitle comes from the Robert Johnson song, "Hellhound on My Trail." So yeah.
Sick, dude. I love that. I'm so hyped for this next installment. I've just loved your series since we first met. It's always been very
Cool.
captivating, especially when you talk about like marketing your comic and selling your book and finding a hook to bring people to your table. Like you are a prime example of, you have the belt, the wrestling belt. You're really good at your
Oh yeah.
salesman and pulling people in. I think you're just such a prime person for indie creators to like research, to look into, to have a conversation with and meet at a con, to really see how you bring out the energy with your crowds. And speaking of conventions, do you have anything lined up for this next year already?
I'm taking it a little easier this year. I want to get some
Ooh,
work done. I'm last year I did like 11 appearances. So it was, whether it be store signings or, free comic day or conventions. So I will be in Baltimore. I will be in Charlotte for Heroes Con. Those are two that I will be at for sure. After that, that gets to be a little touch and go. I'm trying to figure out Houston or LA in October if either of those are possible right now. And yeah, the Bedrock City Convention. That's the one in October in
ooh,
Houston. That's a new one that just started up last year. And basically, and the owner of Bedrock City Comics, which is the largest chain of comic stores in Houston, has started putting on this convention. It's really amazing. He has 6 stores in the city, all over the greater Houston area. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
huge chain for a city. And I've known Richard, the owner over there, for many years in the comic industry, and great guy. And so I'm actually doing a signing there on February 8th. If you're in Houston, I'll be at the Westheimer location doing a signing at their main store. So come check that out. And then I've got some other signings I'm working on as well. But really, I'm gonna, this is gonna be a work year in 2025. I want to churn out book 4 faster than I did book 3, and I really want to see where this other story is going to take us as well. So, yeah, really excited, really excited. It's going to be 2025 is going to be a good year comics wise, I think. So, excited to see where it goes. But the Kickstarter, March.
Yeah.
I think we're tentatively March 5th right now. So, getting geared up for that.
Love it, dude. It's so exciting. And we'll definitely touch base more in March when the
Oh,
Kickstarter
absolutely.
goes live. I'm so excited for people to know about this now and to like start getting issues and finding out where to pick up on before the Kickstarter too. Can anyone buy issues anywhere else right now before the Kickstarter?
Absolutely. You can go to lesserknowncomics.com. If you don't remember that, an easy one is bigfootknowskarate.com. There's a direct link from my website to the lesser known store. You can find all 3 issues easily just going by to bigfootknowskarate.com. There's links to all 3 issues on the website, or just go to lesserknowncomics.com and search out the shop. Can I say one more thing about the
Of
launch real
course.
quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. The reason I bring up it's not just in May, but we're going to do, but like or not May, March. Why the hell do I keep doing that? That it's going to be March 5th. It's not just, back early, but join us on Instagram that night. We do live launch parties for all of our campaigns, and they're always a really good time. And we always do some sort of game gift or trivia or something like that, as well as just having fun with the launch. I'm going to be bringing a lot of creators to come in and talk about their projects and properties. Brandon, the offer is always extended to you. Come on to Instagram that night, pitch your wares. Let's talk a little Bigfoot, and have some fun that night. And if the moment we fund, we start drinking. So let's do it. You know what I mean? And it'll be a good time.
Dude, yeah,
Not
definitely.
everybody
Those
has to
launches.
drink, mind you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
yeah,
something to have fun with. Dude, yeah,
yeah,
no, those launches are so much fun. I've tuned into many of you're why I do Instagram live launches for Apollo now. Because I saw you doing that and I was like, that's brilliant. I'm gonna try to pull that off. And honestly, when you do those Instagram lives, you get more backers like instantly. Like those
absolutely,
really shoot you forward. So any creator out there,
absolutely.
highly like recommend that. And then tune in, meet up with Dan, promote your book on this type of stuff, team up with other creators to elevate your work as well.
The thing about it is it's indie comics, man. We're all trying to get a leg up. Why
Hmm.
not get a leg up together? Why not work together? Why not, have each other's back? I always try to help. I always try to help creators. I know who I know them well, or I see somebody who's just struggling on their campaign. Just share their story or something like that, or share their post to your story. Just but the biggest thing is to interact with people. I was talking to a guy at a convention recently who was like, I just did a horror show. And the guy was like, yeah, I want to make a comic book and I've got my start done already and I'm ready to go. And to go to Kickstarter. What do I do? And I'm like, where are you on your social? Where are you on your social game? You got to reach out to your audience. You have
Hmm.
to, can't be just throw it on Kickstarter and hope for the best. If you do that, you just wasted a lot of time making a book that nobody's going to see. And we're not Marvel, we're not DC, we're not Image. We don't have that distribution in stores. So it is a lot of almost one-on-one sales, you know what I mean? Whether at a convention or talking with your audience on social media, you're really trying to get your story out there to people in a way that it translates to them,
Hmm.
that they see your passion and they see your fire for what you're working on, and that in turn will ignite somebody else to get behind your project. And like I said, we've been so lucky in this whole thing. I've just met so many amazing creators, and and just made some really good friends in the process, comics and otherwise. So, and I'm grateful for Casey Allen, who's my main man in this whole thing. And yeah, stoked.
Love Casey. Such a great dude. Such a great writer, honestly. And check out Comics Jam too, because he runs all
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
check out the comicjam.net. It's a online workshop for comics. It does Casey runs it, and it is a online workshop. They randomly match artists and writers on a topic that was voted on, and then the writer has 1 week to write a one-page story, no more than 6 panels, and then the artist has 1 month to complete that page. Okay, everybody should be able to complete a page in a month. That's just, if you're going to draw pages, man, you got to be able to draw faster than that. But this is a good way in. And I had taken a break from comics for like 6 7 years, making comics. And when I got back into it, that was how I dipped my toe in first. As I started doing stuff with the Comic Jam, I noticed him on Instagram and said, "Hey, can I come and play?" And Casey opened the door, just like, "Yeah, come on." And it was such a great experience. I got to do space sharks. I got to work on a thing about. I did a haiku.
Oh,
I did a 3 panel haiku comic. That was cool. That was a lot of fun. And also, I mean, just on a Ditko tribute. I mean, it
yeah.
was just the variety of things you got to work on there. You know, Space Sharks being one of my favorite. But the first thing I ever worked on with Casey was that Ditko tribute, and we had such a good time drawing that or working on that together that it led to, we were working on a story called the Midnight Fury. It was going to be like an old pulp tale, and but nothing came of that. And then I started working on the Bigfoot thing, and then he jumped on board, and then we've been Benny 24/7 since. So
I mean, that just goes to show like where things can start. It might just seem small and
yeah.
minuscule for practice. And now like full Bigfoot is like your main book that you're working on and promoting and like tabling on. So things can grow out of that. And I love hearing that because Comics Jam is such a good and extraordinary thing for creators. Dude,
Oh,
this
I
is
wish more people took advantage of it. Honestly,
yeah.
I really do.
We
I really
gotta try
do.
to market it more with CWS and team up. I gotta talk to Casey. I need to message him. Yeah,
You need to talk to
absolutely.
Casey. Yeah,
Yeah.
I give you his email address after we get off or something like that, or give you
Yeah.
you have
No,
his
yeah.
DM or
Yeah,
something,
I have
right?
him.
You
Yeah.
gotta get in touch with
I
him.
gotta bug him.
Yeah.
But awesome, Dan. I know for a fact I could talk to you all day long. So we'll end the spotlight here. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
stepping in the spotlight. I'm so excited for what you
Hey,
have to offer. Everything you do is so exciting, dude. So I really appreciate you being part of the community and encouraging and helping everyone that's involved with it. You've helped me greatly, and that's why I'm kind of where I'm at now. So thank you so much. It's always a blast,
oh
dude.
man, thank you, Brandon. Thank you to Comix Wellspring for all they do for Bigfoot Knows Karate, and we really appreciate the time, man. Thank you.
Love it.